1969. I got my license. When I got my license, I used to read the newspaper, but not the news about politics or something like that, but more news about real estate. And I read that Harry Hemsley, the owner of the Empire State Building, had bought a piece of land where the Assumption was. And so I said, I'm going to write this guy. I had $20 in my bank account, and I was going to write to a billionaire, $5 billion in a time that billionaires didn't exist. So I wrote him a letter. I said, Mrs. Henry, I have learned that you have bought it. I have an idea, and I am working on a platform. And I explained him a little bit of my idea. My father has been ambassador in the United Nations in New York for 4 years, so I have a lot of knowing how the different people in the world communicate and the difference between. It was a short letter. After 3 or 4 days, I received a phone call, and the secretary that I was sharing with another person called me and said, "You have Harry Hemsley, Mr. Hemsley is calling you from New York." I thought it was a prank from my friend, because it was only 3 or 4 days after I sent the letter. I got into the phone, and this very elegant voice of a top secretary said, "Mrs. Rivera?" yes, I said, "Mr. Hemsley wants to talk to you." So he got in the phone and said, "With my wife, I'm going to Palm Beach." Famous Leona Hemsley, they have done a picture about her and wrote the book about her. So, do you have time to go to Palm Beach, to my condominium? I'm flying with my wife on this Saturday, and I would like to see you. Of course, I say yes. So I have a friend with me and said, "Alicia, why you don't take somebody with you that has a license and is an American, not born here in the United States, with you to communicate with Mr. Hemsley?" And I said, "It's a great idea, let me take somebody." So I was working with this girl that I was sharing, the secretary. She was 26 years old, I remember, blonde hair through here. And we went together to see him. We went up to the last floor, the penthouse. And the architect of that project just tell me about coincidence. I always say that coincidence is a way of God communicating with us, because the architect was from Peru. Arquitectónica's owner is Peruvian. I called him. I said, "Listen, I have this meeting." I said, "Talk to him about him. Don't talk about you, because I know Mr. Hemsley, especially Mrs. Hemsley, wants to see how can you help her." Not. So I told that to my companions. I don't talk about us. So we went there, and Jean was the name of my companion, Jeannie. As being 26, very young, he said to Mrs. Hemsley, "We have a company." I said, "Frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn about your company. What I want is what you can do for us." And I already knew that, and I have already told her, but she forgot about my advice. So I have a great communication with Mrs. Hemsley. She told me at the end of the meeting, "You are going to get it. You know your business, your idea is fantastic, and you need the money. So you're going to be great for this project." So they hired me. And it was the beginning. Working with the Hemsley in that moment was like working with, I don't know, being next to Tesla's owner or something like that.